I'd like to welcome everybody to the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame, for the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame 2025 Induction Media Conference. My name is Morgan DePena. I'm the Vice Chair of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm going to keep my introduction very short. Our MC for today will be Mr. Scott Taylor, and I'm going to ask if each one of the inductees and anybody representing any of the teams would please come forward to the chairs here and sit, and Mr. Taylor will be reading the bios of our inductees, and when he does so, if they would stand up when their bio is read. Fred, you're by yourself. Okay, and Scott? Thank you.
Thanks, Morgan. Good morning. It's a great day. It's good to see everybody here. I'm Scott Taylor, and Henry Lemoyne and Morgan DePena wrench me into doing this every year, and I love it more than anything else. It's great to see old friends and make new friends, and when Kenny Wiebe shows up, I know it's first class and it's a big time, so I'm pretty excited about it. On the evening of June 14th, 2025, the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame will host its 27th annual induction banquet at the Access Event Center in Morden. It's a great place for a banquet, always a lot of fun, good to drive out there, great night for everybody. Tickets for the event can be purchased through the Hall of Fame's website at www.mbhof, manitobahalloffame.ca. Click on banquet and follow the instructions. Today we are all very excited to announce the names of individuals, teams, and groups that will be inducted into the Hall and honored on June 14th. Now, there is another news conference going on simultaneously in Brandon today. So I am not going to read all the bios of the men and women who are going into the Hall in Brandon. I'll leave that to Morris Mott and those people out there. They can do that themselves. So we're going to talk about the folks that are here today. I will mention their names as we go along. One from Robel and Clark Andres, who is still with us and is probably in Brandon today. But we'll start with Lizzy Dahl and Matthew Dahl. Lizzy and Matthew Dahl are twins who grew up in Portage La Prairie. Both excelled in baseball as youngsters. Lizzy became an outstanding catcher. Matthew developed into a top pitcher and infielder. Both were dangerous left-handed hitters. They played together on many provincial championship teams in youth categories in Portage, junior in Carman, and senior in Elmwood. They were part of Manitoba's representatives at many Western Canada or national championships. Both were on Team Manitoba at the 1997 Canada Summer Games. Both made all-star teams in the different leagues in which they played. In the Manitoba Junior League from 1997 through 99, they were true superstars. Each of them won a batting championship, and when Lizzy won his, he also took the Triple Crown. Each of them were named to all-star teams. Each was named a most valuable player, Matt in 97, Lizzy in 99. In senior ball, they were part of the powerful Elmwood Giants teams of 2000 to 2005 that was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2016. They went on to 3 Western Canada championships and won 2 of them. In addition, Lizzy was part of the 1996 Team Manitoba for the Blue Jays Cup, and in 2000 was on the opening day roster of our own Winnipeg Goldeyes, and I see Andrew Collier's here today. Welcome, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, Lizzy Dahl and Matthew Dahl. Clayton Dreger. The Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame does not have a separate media category. If it did, Clayton Dreger would already be in it. For 4 decades, he has been baseball's most important media advocate in southern Manitoba. He grew up in Morris playing baseball and other sports. As a young man, he got a start in radio with Radio Southern Manitoba in 1985 and has never left. He covered all major sports and some minor ones, and in the summers, he emphasized the sport of baseball. Over the years, Clayton reported on hundreds of baseball games, all the way back to the MSBL and the Red Boyne Senior League starting in 1985. Across all the Golden West stations, he promoted the game with information about schedules, results, tournaments, and the game's personalities. He has been the master of ceremonies of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame banquet on 22 occasions. He has also been MC of the Baseball Manitoba Awards every year since 2013. When there is a story to be told, Clayton is there to get the interview, and after a long and successful career, he will be retiring from sports journalism this January. Ladies and gentlemen, Clayton Dreger. Scott Kelman. Scott Kelman was a terrific athlete when he was younger. In baseball from 92 to 2016, he played with St. James A's in Pee Wee, Bantam, Midget, Junior, and Senior categories, but missed several years because of hockey commitments or hockey injuries. His baseball resume is truly incredible. He was Manitoba's Pee Wee Bantam Player of the Year in 1996, Midget Player of the Year in 97. He was part of Team Manitoba at the Blue Jays Cup in 97 and 98. He made Canada's National Junior Team Selection Camp in 98. And in 2001, he was part of Manitoba's team at the Canada Summer Games. He was MVP of the Manitoba Junior League in 2001, MVP of the Winnipeg Senior League in 2011, batting champion of the Winnipeg Senior League in both 2007 and 2011. And he did this all while maintaining a major junior and professional hockey career. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Kelman. Fred Matsubara had a short but brilliant pitching career. He was a right-hander with a terrific curveball. He came prominent as a midget player with provincial champion Southdale in 1984. Then in junior, he played 4 straight years from 85 to 88 in the Western Canada Championships. In 3 of those years, he was part of his own St. Boniface club, and in the 4th, he was a pickup for Elmwood. In 2 of the Western tournaments, he was named Most Valuable Pitcher. From 1987 through 1990, he played college at Mayville State in North Dakota and had 23 wins and only 4 losses. He was named All-Conference teams twice. In his early 20s, he pitched in senior ball for the strong St. Boniface teams that were inducted into the Hall in 2007. He also pitched for Elmwood as a pickup at the 1989 National Championship Tournament. In 1990, he made Canada's senior men's national team and competed in a World Championship. After the 1991 season, he left competitive baseball due to injuries. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Matsubara from Winnipeg. Jack Scott. In the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s, Jack Scott was a high-level catcher at all age levels from Little Canadian to senior. His nomination to this Hall of Fame is unreservedly supported by many top pitchers he caught over the years, including Doug Freeth, John Melnick, Don Maskew, Jerry Falk. He was a member of Little Canadian team that went on to the Canadian Championship and part of 1 Pony League, 1 18 Under League, and 2 Junior League teams that went on to Western Canadian Championships. When he was just out of junior, he served as the Manitoba Junior League Commissioner for 3 seasons. During the same years, he coached the St. Boniface Legionnaires Junior Club. Then, he played senior from 82 through 85 with St. Boniface in the Red Boyne League. In other sports, he played hockey, volleyball, and especially football for the St. Vital Mustangs and the University of Manitoba Bisons. He coached Mustangs football for 8 years and in the Mustangs Hall of Fame. He also coached softball for 10 years when his daughters were active in the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Scott. We have 2 more players now that will be introduced in Brandon today. Ryan Scott, who was originally from Irishtown, New Brunswick, but played his junior ball in Minnedosa, and Jim White from Neepawa. We now have our team inductees, and in the senior club capital, Brandon Cardinals are being introduced in Brandon. They played from 2012 to 2018. In the minor club team category, the Crocus Plains Plainsmen of 2003 to 2006 are being introduced in Brandon. In our special team category, we have Manitoba's 1985 Canada Summer Games team. The Manitoba team at the 1985 Canada Summer Games brought home the silver medal. 4 Manitoba teams have won silver at Canada Summer Games, but no team has won gold. This team was coached by Al Robertson, Ray Mutchison, and Mike Labossiere. The players were from the Manitoba Junior League and several senior leagues, including the AAA Red Boyne Senior League and the AAA Manitoba Senior League. They lost their opening game to Ontario, then won 3 straight over PEI, Saskatchewan, and Newfoundland. This meant they finished second in their pool. They crossed over and beat Nova Scotia in a semi-final game and then faced Ontario in the final. In the 9th inning, Manitoba may have scored the winning run on a very close play at home plate, but the call went against them. In the extra inning, Ontario scored to take gold. Ladies and gentlemen, Manitoba's 1985 Canada Summer Games team. And now in our special group category, the Claytons of Kalida, Manitou, and Snowflake. Stuart Clayton was a farmer from south of Manitou. He played senior ball from his mid-teens until his early 50s. He was a line drive hitter who played third base and pitched. He was player coach of the Kalida Kays in 1974 to 1978 and inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2011. All three of his sons were also part of that team. Wilf Clayton was a catcher for Kalida and Manitoba, and he played for 33 years. He coached minor ball for 13 years, and his teams won provincial championships at 15 and under, 18 and under levels. He was president of the old Border Baseball League for 11 seasons. Randy Clayton was primarily a middle infielder. He played for Kalida Kays in Souris in the Manitoba Senior League and for the 1977 Canada Summer Games team that won a silver medal. He attended Mayville State College from 1977 to 81 and was part of 3 conference championship teams. Since 1981, he has lived in Hinckley, Minnesota, and has been a successful baseball coach there. Greg Clayton played 33 years of senior ball for Kalida and Manitou. He was part of 9 provincial championship teams and went to the Western Canada Championship 8 times. He has been a player coach for the Manitou Braves, coach with Patty Hokall in the Pembina Hills AAA program, coach or manager of the Pembina Valley Orioles junior team, and even an umpire intermittently for 20 years. The Claytons of southern Manitoba. In our special recognition category, we have the Altona Baseball Builders. Altona now has one of the most attractive baseball parks in the province. This is Access Field, which opened in 2024 and hosted 74 baseball games. It is home of the Altona Bison Senior Team, the Altona Junior Bison Senior Team, the Altona U18 AA Team, the W.C. Miller Aces High School Team, and for some games, the South Central U18 AAA Team. From 2008 to the present, the Altona Baseball Builders, known locally as the Field of Dreams Committee, carried out all of the fundraising and much of the construction work for this spectacular ballpark. Over the course of a decade and a half, they have invested more than $1 million in the field. They leveled the property, and especially for the infield, they brought in a drain tile, topsoil, pea gravel, and red clay themselves. They constructed concrete dugouts, a backstop, fences, grandstands, foul poles, an umpire's dressing room, and a media booth. They arranged for electricity to the park, which meant lights could be installed, and they ran a water line to the facility, which made washrooms possible and field maintenance much more efficient. Hats off, ladies and gentlemen, to this dedicated group of volunteers, the Altona Baseball Builders. And we have 3 honorary life members that are headed in Brandon today. I want to make sure I mention them because I know you know most of them. Bill Kirkup from Souris, Al Robertson from Hemiota, and good friend Murray Zook from Souris. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024-25 Baseball Hall of Fame inductees. Give them a great round of applause. I thank you, everybody, for coming out this morning to meet our spectacular inductees. Thank you.